Let's start with the Democratic Party. With the way the country is heading, they are poised to make big gains in the 2026 midterms, as long as they stay focused and don't do anything stupid.
New reporting reveals a scammer stole nearly $29,000 from the cash-strapped Democratic National Committee last year after posing as Chairman Ken Martin in a fraudulent email.
Jesus Christ! Your 2026 Democratic Party, everyone. We will stand up to the rising forces of authoritarianism and tell them loudly that our PIN number is 1003. But let's move on to someone who probably could still win an election against the Democratic Party, Senator Lindsey Graham. Yesterday was his funeral, and beforehand, his remains were honored in the Capitol Rotunda. Personally, I don't understand this tradition because, that's his office. When I die, I don't want to be brought back to work and displayed next to the copy machine, you know? I want to be shot out of a cannon straight into the Kalamazoo River as per Klepper family tradition. But the big story was President Trump's appearance at the funeral, where he made sure that the Tic Tacs he chewed were the funeral-appropriate mint ones. I tell you now, that is leadership. This is a nation in mourning. There will be another time for citrus adventure. And then our president and his newly freshened breath stepped up to the podium and attempted to say anything nice. Anything nice at all.
No matter how heated things got in Washington, virtually everyone, Republican or Democrat, liked Lindsey. Well, not everybody, but it sounds good.
I can't believe I have to say this to Donald Trump, but can you just lie to us? It's a memorial. You could paint a rosier picture. I didn't go to my Uncle Lou's funeral and tell everyone he was the Zodiac killer. I said he was good with numbers, you know? Come on, Donnie, you guys spent so much time together. Maybe share a heartwarming story about how you two met.
As you remember, Lindsey and I did not exactly get off to the best of starts. Back in 2016, Lindsey said something rather nasty. So naturally, I did something that I shouldn't have done. I shared his personal cell phone number with the millions of people that happened to be watching that particular day as I made a speech.
Okay, interesting choice. I might have chosen a moment that highlights Lindsey's character, but I guess the time he got 10,000 calls from guys named Mike Roch and Hugh Jass is also equally good. But the point is, you got off to a bumpy start. You shared his phone number, but that's all in the past.
And I remember the number 202-228-0292 if anybody wants to give it a shot.
Who wants to give it a shot? What do you think is going to happen? You think the phone's going to start ringing in the casket? Lindsey's going to burst out of the coffin like, I got to get this. It could be someone trying to book me on a Sunday show. Also, why do you still know that number? I don't even know my wife's number. I just know, my number and, 1877 Cars for Kids. That's it. Look, I know Trump is the president. So, of course, he had to speak, but I do hope that when he's finished, we get to hear from someone outside of politics with a more personal relationship to the late senator.
Fox News host Sean Hannity is next up to give remarks, to give a eulogy.
Sean Hannity? They couldn't find a personal friend that Lindsey loved, like a Predator drone or something, you know? Have our politics and media fused so tightly that a premier guest at a senator's funeral is a pundit at a right-wing network dedicated to parroting that specific senator's propaganda in an escalating spiral of grievance and culture war stoking? Please tell me I am being too cynical, that maybe this isn't all just about propaganda and ratings, and this speech will be a beautiful, touching tribute.
Senator Graham was great for ratings.
It's so true. It's so true. It's so true. It's so true. Oh, you know what? maybe I have it all wrong. Maybe the first thing St. Peter checks at the pearly gates is the TV ratings. Mother Teresa, you scored a 0.2 with the 18 to 45 demo. Enjoy hell, bitch. You know what? Hannity didn't just come to praise Graham's lasting effect on Sweeps Week. No, he also wanted to remind people how in life Graham so dearly loved proximity to power.
He would have been so honored, Mr. President, that you were here. Mr. Vice President, that you were here. I see the Secretary of State is here. I see the entire cabinet is here. Thank you, all of you, each and every one of you. Chief of Staff is here. Steve Witkoff is here.
Yes, my favorite part of the eulogy, the crowd shout-outs section. Steve Witkoff is in the hizzy over here. What's up, player? I see Marco Rubio over there getting his groove on. Yeah. Oh, there's Pig Hegseth over there in the back at the bar pouring one out. Oh, he's drinking it? Oh, okay. It's 10 a.m. You do you, boo. Do it. Tell you what, usually at a funeral, there's some fun speculation about how the deceased is in a better place. Maybe give us some of that, Sean.
Lindsey, Mr. President, I would argue in my mind, probably has a heavenly version of Mar-a-Lago. He may have a little more gold in the Oval Office in his mansion in heaven. And I wouldn't be surprised if he added one big, beautiful ballroom and an arch somewhere on the property.
Okay, you know, let me get this straight. You're saying that when God asked Lindsey Graham, where do you want to spend eternity? Lindsey said, you know that tacky club in Palm Beach that's so ugly it became a nickname for botched plastic surgery? I want you to stuff a ballroom in it, slap an arch in there, and then pack in an Oval Office so I'm living in a Trump version of Backrooms. That's my little slice of heaven. I mean, okay. With all due respect, why the would anyone want that?
Because he would want to obviously duplicate his dearest friend in life, you, Mr. President.
Wow. That's really what it has all come down to for Republicans. Your entire life is so thoroughly and abjectly reduced to the ass-kissing of one man. And then when you die, other Republicans use your eulogy to continue the ass-kissing in a perpetual motion machine of chapped lips and lubricated cheeks. And maybe, you know what? In some ways, sucking up to Trump is just the best way to honor how Lindsey Graham lived his life. But surely there must have been some other thing this man was known for.
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like.
Yes, that is true. Perhaps the man loved Donald Trump, but he also loved bombing people. For more on the late Senator Lindsey Graham and his funeral, let's turn now to our senior political correspondent, Troy Iwata. Troy, where are you?
Jordan, I'm here. I'm on the scene in Lindsey Graham's heaven.
I'm sorry. I didn't even know you died.
Wow, what a great friend. No, I'm not dead. I'm in a K-hole right now on Earth, but my friend's doing CPR, so I have a few minutes to talk.
Okay. Well, I hope that works out for you. But I'm just surprised that Lindsey Graham's heaven looks like Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, of course. You're surprised? You Brooklyn liberals all think heaven is some natural wine bar where you reunite with all the dead people from your polycule. God, but newsflash, this is what heaven looks like for real Americans, like Lindsey Graham. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend eternity here?
I guess that's fair. It's not that bad. You got good weather, ambiance, spending your days lounging in a cabana.
Whoa, a cabana? Whoa, you got cabana bucks? Whoa, those are like $200 a day. I'm gonna find a chair in the sun.
Wait, you have to pay money in heaven?
Yeah, duh. How else do you think you get in here?
Like kindness to your fellow man, the grace of the Lord.
That sounds like someone's going to the Red Roof Inn heaven. Enjoy that Boingo hotspot, Jordan. Look, this place is for winners. There's unlimited Wi-Fi for $12.99. The omelet bar has ham cubes and lip filler. And all night, every night, you dance to the YMCA over and over and over and over again. And your arms never get tired no matter how much you want them to.
I gotta say, that doesn't exactly sound like paradise.
Well, Lindsey loves it. Okay, sorry you don't get your liberal fantasy where Zoran feeds you non-GMO grapes on a free bus driven by a trans Karl Marx.
What are you talking about?
Look, the point is, Lindsey's happy here. He gets to be with all his bestest friends like Roy Cohn and Herman Cain and Jeffrey Epstein, you know? Yes, I see you, Jeffrey, in the pool. That was a great dive.
Troy, those are all Trump's friends. Is that really all Lindsey Graham wants to do?
No. He has lots of options. He can spend his days roaming the halls. The tap, tap, tap of his footsteps echoing off the marble tiles as he passes through corridors of dolls with Trump's face on them, staring at him, his skin slowly flaking off, revealing a body still alive yet decomposing. Young man, there's no need to feel down, I said, young man.
I know what this is. This is a Twilight Zone thing. It looks like heaven at first, but then you realize he's actually getting punished.
Okay, of course you think it's a punishment. You'd prefer spending your days watching nude Hassan Piker Twitch streams while a Native American drag queen reads you the Quran. This is heaven for Lindsey, okay? Does it sound like a Twilight Zone thing to forever gaze into Trump's reflecting pool? Your body slowly being overcome by algae as you stare into the waters? Seeing not your reflection, but Trump's? Hearing not your voice, but the howling cries from the wars you pushed for? Young man, pick yourself off the ground, I say.
No, this is the Twilight Zone. You're doing the Twilight Zone.
Jordan, come on. This place is filled with beautiful, buxom ladies everywhere who want to have sex with him. Does that sound like a punishment for Lindsey Graham? I just heard myself say it, and it does sound like the Twilight Zone. Yeah, am I black and white now? Yeah, this is definitely the Twilight Zone.
Troy Iwata, everyone.